Today I'm going to show you how to adjust audio levels in a few different ways using Adobe Premiere Pro. So the first thing you're going to do is you want your audio to be very visible. It's very small here, as you can see. So once you get the clips that you want, you're going to take this, click it on the line, and drag it down. That way you see all of the waves in your audio as they progress, which is really cool. And then you can take this and shrink it, which you don't want to do, or expand it. So you can really expand it out so we can play with the audio a lot more, and you can see where your waves really need to be or not be adjusted. So first, I'm going to show you how to raise audio level just by dragging up or down the bar. And remember, we always want to keep our audio between -6 and -12. So you can take this bar and you can raise it all the way up, and let's see how that adjusts our audio.
This is an example of me talking very quietly.
And that really raised our audio pretty decently because we were hitting the -6 range. Originally, it would have sounded like this.
This is an example of me talking very quietly.
Which is not good hitting those numbers down there. So yep, we're going to want to raise that all the way up. And
this is an example of me talking very quietly.
We could even add a little bit more by right-clicking it and then scrolling down and pressing audio gain. And since it was about between -12 and -18, you could just do the math and add a little bit more. So maybe it's around -6 to -12. Let's try 4. And you see how that brings the audio levels up just a little bit more. So now let's play it.
This is an example of me talking very quietly.
It's hitting those red bars, so we really don't want it that, but you get the point. So we can drag that down a little bit. Our next clip, let's just play it before we do anything.
This is an example of me talking very loud.
Okay, so we definitely need to change that.
This is an example of me talking very loud.
Because you see how it's hitting like the the 0 to -6 range, which is a little bit too loud for us. We don't want it to hit red. So you can always bring this bar a little bit down.
This is an example of me talking very loud.
Which did a pretty good job. But then again, you can always do the audio gain. And you can even type in like a negative number. So let's try -2. Bring it down a little bit more. See how it shrinks.
Very loud.
And that's perfect. With our last clip, we're going to show you how to adjust audio levels in a certain clip, making them quieter, louder, but doing it with one clip. So I'll show you. Let's just play it first.
This is an example of changing audio levels.
Okay. So I was changing my audio levels there. It went from very quiet to very loud. So what we do is we're going to take our pen tool and we're going to pin certain spots. So let's pin 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll show you what you can do. So between our pen spots, we can raise it or shrink it. So if I want to raise that part, it's just going to drag that audio up.
This is an example of changing
audio levels. So then we can drag that part down.
This is an example of changing audio levels. This is an example of changing audio levels.
And then the levels part, we just want to drag up a little bit.
Levels.
And our audio stays pretty constant, which is really good to see. I hope you guys learned a lot from this tutorial, and feel free to always reach out if you have any more questions.